What's good, y'all? Welcome to another video for Dough for Degrees YouTube channel. My name is Danielle Jeffers and I'm the founder of Dough for Degrees. And I am with Thomas Harrelson, the Chief Development Officer of Dough for Degrees, my mentor, my business partner, my best friend, my brother. I could go on and on and on, y'all. But Thomas, how you feel?
I feel pretty good. I feel young, spry, maybe. Not so much so. Anyway.
Old dude. That's what I call him, old dude. If y'all ever catch us in public, you'll probably hear me say, "Oh dude, what you doing?"
Yeah, it's a badge of honor. I wear it greatly.
Yeah, and he'll probably respond by saying, "Mind my business, young lady."
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
So we were talking about how you can help somebody. One of the first things I explained to Danielle when she was in college and when she was going to college, I said, there are a couple of things you want to do when you get there. I said, because you're going to be exposed to a lot of new things. You're going to be exposed to new people, new opportunities. I said, but I don't want you to fall into the trap that most college students fall into, getting into cliques and then neglecting all the things you can be exposed to. I said, so get to know who the most prominent people are on campus. Find out which professors have a similar track that you're going to go into, and find them and see how you can help them. And as most people, she asks a question like, what do I have to offer them? I said, you never know until you ask. I said, and here's the thing. You'll ask them that one question, how can I help you? And they'll look at you funny because no one ever asks that question. 9 times out of 10, when someone's coming from a perspective, when we're looking at quote unquote hierarchy, if you consider that person successful and yourself not so much so, you may look at it from a standpoint of they have everything, so to speak, and I have nothing, or I have so much less. How is there anything that I can do? Well, at the end of the day, you will never know unless you ask. You may have access to the one person, the one organization, or the one contact that they may need to get to that next level. But if you never ask, you never know. And most people spend a lot of their time seeking expertise from mentors, successful people alike, without ever asking that question. So then they never get that opportunity to help someone who's been instrumental in helping so many people.
That's very true. I want to talk about a story and experience I had my sophomore year of college. When I did what you told me to do. Ask someone, is there anything I can do to help you? A billionaire came to my campus. And he literally, this isn't the Marcus Lemonis story. If you know anything about me, then you may be aware that Marcus Lemonis, the face of CNBC's The Prophet and the Partner, invested $30,000 into the Dough for Degrees when I was a sophomore in college, April 2017. This isn't that story. Was it 2016 or 17?
I think it was 16.
Okay, April 2016. Sorry. But
Marcus Lemonis. Yo, this is dope. Yo, never been on a private jet in my life. Yo, this is hype.
oh my gosh. Oh wow.
Are you guys ready?
Yo, this is amazing.
Take a trip?
Yeah, let's
So
go.
we'll take a picture.
That's great.
This is
Do anything you want.
Yo, that's dope.
Thank you.
Sure.
Is it playing?
Yeah,
It started. What are you doing?
Oh, that's
Are you recording? We're recording. What are we doing here?
Just talk. Yeah, you are so awesome.
What do you want me to talk? You want me to show everybody your new plane?
Yeah.
Check out her new plane.
It's your place.
Go for degrees, rolling.
Yeah, what's up? Yo, that is awesome.
I had fun at Virginia Tech. We're in business together now.
Yes,
you know
we
that,
are.
right?
Thank you
better
so much.
deliver.
I got you.
Okay, we'll
Appreciate
see you
it.
guys. Want to take a picture?
But this is a story about, I'm gonna leave him nameless. But he came to campus to speak to Innovate, the living learning community on Virginia Tech's campus. It's dedicated to entrepreneurship. And there were about 80 to 90 people in our community at that time. And he came and did a fireside chat, basically where he sits around, tells his story, his experiences in business, success and failures, and gives us a brief overview of his journey growing and developing into the person that he is today. And he gave us some critical feedback. And at the end, Mr. Thomas had just told me that week or a week before, I always ask people, is there anything I can do to help you? There was a couple reasons why he told me that. As a business owner, your job is to provide solutions. Your job is to solve people's problems. Your job is not to create more problems, but to be the answer to other people's problems because they don't know the solutions. And so he also said, if you can meet someone's immediate need, you will never have to want or ask for anything. Because if you're always taking care of other people, people are naturally going to take care of you because they feel endeared to do so. And some people who don't have the right heart posture regarding that, they could see that as a manipulative tactic. But service is something that you have to be willing and able to do and enjoy doing it, especially as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, because it's your job to serve people all the time. And so when the billionaire came and he finished his speeches, everyone went up to greet him and say thank you and all those things. And I went up and I said, I really enjoyed what you had to say. Is there anything I can do to help you? And like he said, he was shocked. He was thrown aback. Is that how you said it?
Yeah, put it back, thrown it back, yeah.
Yeah, thrown it back. And he said, is there anything you can do to help me? That's very interesting. He said, I'll tell you two things. Number one, I know you will be successful. And number two, volunteer for my charity. Did y'all catch that? He didn't want money. He didn't want Instagram. He didn't want to be tagged on Instagram or anything like that. He just wanted me to volunteer for his charity. To put my time and energy into the place that he cares about the most. Because what you'll realize is money doesn't motivate everyone. But seeing you serve other people really does. Because it shows how genuine and selfless you are at your core. And so that's one experience of me taking Mr. Thomas's advice and applying it immediately and seeing immediate results. And so how would you suggest someone puts that into action, if not even if they're an entrepreneur, but let's just say they're a student in college?
Well, being a student in college is relatively easy because you can think of your professors, think of the individuals that educate you, think of if you're dealing with the world of academia and things of that nature, you're coming across an individual that you're trying to get something from, namely a teacher or somebody in that profession, that genre. Everybody's always pulling from them. Everybody's always asking to do something. They need extra time, or they need a grade re-looked at, or they need their paper reevaluated. Take the time to ask them, is there anything that you can do to help them? And like Danielle says, it doesn't always have to be monetary. You will never know what you will do for that person just by asking, because no one hardly ever asks that question. It's a question that very rarely gets asked when you're in a position of education, training, development, business. Anytime that you're in an area of service and you're providing a service, it becomes expected. So people make the wrong assumption that you don't need anything, because people that are generally in service and are successful and good at doing it, they don't complain. But everybody has needs. Everybody has things that if they were able to do this one thing or get this one thing done, that would catapult them to the next thing. But because they're so busy serving, they put it on the back burner and they address it in their downtime. So by you just mentioning to them, say, hey, is there anything that I can do for you? Is there anything that you need right now that I might be able to assist you with? That will open up a whole new world for you. That'll open up a lot more doors. and it might get you some cool points with your professor or that individual that you're trying to build a relationship with.
Most definitely. That wraps it up for this segment of Dough for Degrees YouTube channel. Is there anything I can do to help you? Try that and let us know how it goes in the comment section below. Mr. Thomas, you have anything you want to add?
When it comes to asking that question, be sincere and mean it. Don't just ask it to ask it. But when you ask, be really sincere in asking that question. And you'll find out that you will open up those relationships. You will put yourself in a place of gratitude and servitude and increase your altitude.
Hey, y'all heard it here first. I'm genuinely interested to see how you all do with that challenge to ask if you can be of service to anyone. And if they tell you something that you can do to help them, do it. Because you asked them. So actually do it. Actually follow through. And it may take a lot out of you, but trust me, it's a part of building relationships. And what you'll learn in business quickly, what you'll learn in life is all about relationships. It's not about who you know, but it's about who knows you. So, we love you, and we'll talk to you soon.
Take care.